Alright guys, so for this trick, I'm going to need the help of two spectators. So let's just pretend that one of them has a deck of cards that I can actually borrow, because this trick really is an impromptu card trick that I can use a really shuffled deck for. So it doesn't really matter, we can go ahead and mix up the cards. And for the first spectator, we actually need them to go ahead and select any card. And I'm going to do this by having them call out stop as I riffle down. So they can call out stop over there, doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and take a look at the card. We have the 8 of spades. They can go ahead and sign the card, but obviously it's their borrowed deck, so we can either sign the card or not. It doesn't really matter, but we can take the 8 of spades here, and I'm actually going to place it inside of my back pocket, okay? We're going to get back to that at the end of the trick, but just remember the 8 of spades is in my back pocket. So now we actually need a second spectator to also select a card. So let's go ahead and have the second spectator also call out stop anywhere they want to. Let's say there. And it doesn't matter what this card is, we have the 8 of diamonds in this case. And this card can also be signed, it does not really matter. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna attempt to switch the places of the 8 of diamonds and the 8 of spades in my pocket, okay? So watch this, it happens on the count of 3, okay? 1, 2, 3, and you see how now the 8 of spades is over there, which was originally in my pocket, but now if you take a look, we actually have the 8 of diamonds in my pocket, meaning that they have really switched places, and you can examine the cards. They are your cards. It's your borrowed deck of cards. There's no extra cards in my back pocket. You can really check, and yeah, you can check out everything. So that is the trick, guys, and now for the tutorial. Alright guys, so here's the tutorial for the trick that you just saw. So this really is a super instant transportation between two cards, and it looks super visual, especially in real life. It definitely didn't look as good on camera as it does in real life. If you really do this trick in real life, the spectators go nuts. They have no idea how you do it, and it's super visual, and it's just absolutely amazing. So let's get into how the trick is done. So this really is done with a completely shuffled deck. And you can also borrow a deck of cards for this trick, so that is a huge plus. So basically what you're going to do is shuffle the deck first, and then all you're going to do, basically a Riffle Force, and you don't really have to do a Riffle Force because you're not really forcing any one card in particular. You don't even have to do the Riffle Force in general. You can just have them actually, like, say stop. You can have them say stop anywhere and then really break the cards at that point. So at this point, you're going to do a double lift though. So you're going to have to do a double lift showing the top card, but it actually is a double lift here. So you're going to show the top card, say 7 of clubs, you can go ahead and sign the card, and then once they're done signing the card, you're going to take the double here and you're going to flip it back over just like this, and you're going to hold the deck here and take the top card in your left hand, and what you're going to do is you're going to say that you're going to place this card in your back pocket. Now if you are a beginner, you actually can take this card and really place it inside of your back pocket, and then you can come away perfectly fine and perfectly clean. If you are more of an advanced magician, I would suggest doing this. So I would suggest taking the card, and what you're going to do is you're going to go behind your back, but what you're going to do is you're going to secretly put the card into a gambler's cop position, which looks like this. So it's basically just here, but further back in your hand. You're basically contacting the card between the ring finger and the base of the thumb. That's basically what you're doing. And as you can see, from this point of view, the card is completely hidden. You cannot even see that the card is in your hand, and this is what it would look like to the spectator. So what you would basically be doing is you would say that you're going to take the 7 of clubs here and place it inside of your pocket, and then you come back and you have the card here in this gambler's cop position, and then you're going to secretly load this card back on the bottom of the deck as you kind of riffle the cards, and that is what you're going to do. But of course, this is actually just a random card. The 7 of clubs, their selection is still on top of the deck. That's all you really need to do. If you're a beginner, you don't have to worry about that. All you have to do is take the card and really put it inside your back pocket, and then you can come away clean, and you don't have to do that weird loading thing. But basically, once you do that, the card that they picked is going to end up on top of the deck. So now at this point, you're actually going to need to do another Riffle Force, and this one is a real Riffle Force. So you can swing cut the cards and obtain a break. So just keep a break where that 7 of clubs was. And now you're going to have them call out stop anywhere. Let's say they say stop. But wherever they say stop, you're just going to break the cards at the pinky break and then move those cards to the top of the deck. So now you just move the 7 of clubs back to the top, but you're going to do another double lift, and it's going to show another random card. In this case, it's going to be the 2 of spades. Now you can actually let go of that pinky break. You don't really need it anymore, because what you're going to do is you're going to obtain another type of break. It's going to be clipped between your right hand pinky and ring finger here. You're actually going to take the corner and clip it right there, and then you can hold the deck just like this, where you have the cards basically held right here. You can see the corner is held right there, in between my pinky and ring finger. That's basically what the card is doing as I'm holding the rest of the deck with my finger's thumb, just like this. How I get into that is I just have them sign the card, and then when they're done, I'm just kind of like squaring up the cards. All I do is I come over, I'm holding the deck in mechanics grip. I'm gonna come over with this hand like I'm gonna grab the cards with this clip here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lift my hand up. The reason I lift my hand up is so I don't show that 7 of clubs, but I'm gonna lift my hand up, push the card off, clip the card, and then square the cards up and then readjust to get that break. And now I can just hold the deck normally, but I have this clipped card here. So now for the transposition move. So basically all that you're gonna do here is you're actually just going to go 1, 2, 3. You're gonna set the deck down on the table, and you're literally just gonna come away and lift up the clipped card here in your clipped fingers. So you're just gonna go 1, 2, 3, and you're just gonna come away with this top card, but you're gonna kind of angle your hand up slightly because it's gonna look like this to the spectator. They're not gonna be able to see this card in your hand. It's just gonna look like your hand. The spectator's focus is all on the deck. They're not gonna be looking at the hand coming away. They're just gonna look at the deck here, and they're gonna see that their card has completely changed into the other spectator's card. So that's what it's gonna look like to them. You're gonna go 1, 2, 3, you're just gonna set the deck down, but come away with this clipped card here. And then what I do is I actually transfer this into another gambler's cup in my hand. So I say, so you can see that the card really changes into the 7 of clubs, and I just kind of place that card into gambler's cup, and then I can place that card in that palm position, and then I can kind of turn my hand this way, and I just kind of do this natural gesture like this. So one more time, you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, come away with the clipped card, place it in the gambler's cup, and then you can turn your hand, kind of rub it like this, and you're hiding that card in the gambler's cup position. Now at this point, what you're gonna do is you're gonna actually pretend to pull this card out of your pocket, but you're just pulling it out of, your palm. So you're just gonna turn slightly to the left. Just turn your entire body to the left, and then you're gonna take the gambler's cup hand, go behind your back with this card, and then you're gonna come away, and you're just gonna take this card, pretend to take the card out of your pocket, but you're just taking it from here, and you're just kind of moving it into this position from your hand behind your back. And it looks like this card has now jumped into your pocket, which is pretty insane. And now the trick is over. You can have them check out the entire deck. So if you are a beginner and you didn't do that thing in the beginning, you actually put the card in your back pocket, you would be left with a normal card in your back pocket. So you wouldn't be able to end completely clean, but if you are more advanced and you did the gambler's cup, the load into the bottom here, you fake put the card in your back pocket basically, then you really can end completely 100% clean, because now these 2 cards are examinable, deck is examinable, and your back pocket is completely clean because there's no extra cards hiding in there. But yeah guys, that is essentially the entire trick. So just practice this move here, practice it in front of a mirror, this move here when you go 1, 2, 3, just like this. That move takes a lot of practice to get down really smooth. So yeah, don't perform this like right away. Take some time to practice that move. And then once you got it down, then you can go out and blow some people away. So that is the trick guys. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. So see you guys next time. Bye.